That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me fuck all that shit, just let me go.
This is one badass you do broadcasting all in Atlanta. But I'm Tommy T. Tommy Point. Behind the glass. Genie. We got a lot of stuff today. We got a lot of cool stuff today.
Yeah, no.
I got to tell you something like happened. Rich might be calling in.
Oh, wow.
So we got Hassan. We got this AMOURANTH thing. I'll take some calls at the AMOURANTH thing, and then I'll see if I can pull Rich in after that. Because I don't know. I'm going to hear what he has to say. It's something about what's her name. I want to get the whole story. I didn't cover it too well. The situation with him and what's her face? The Thorpes. So I just want to get his side of the story.
Grace Thorpe, yeah.
Yeah, Grace Thorpe, and find out what that's all about. I didn't really cover the whole thing. It looked like a big mess to me. And yeah, I thought that would be kind of funny to talk to him. And Diggers wants more attention. I think I gave him all the attention he wants. You know, did I strike a nerve? Whatever. I don't know. I never did anything with those guys. It's so funny to me. And then so I'll do that again. So here we go. There we go. Let's see. Cheers, Tommy. Noise. Oh, $50. Thanks so much. Appreciate it. Oh, wow. So let's Noise or Nice down in Francois, and we'll go. What's Dicker's whining about, Miss? I didn't do anything.
No, I don't pay attention to him.
No. What's he crying about? I don't understand. I haven't said anything about him. I'm mildly interested. For a change. Help me out, Miss. Where's Miss? Tell me what's going on. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what I did to those people. I really didn't do anything.
You gotta remember, there's a bit of a delay with the stream, Tommy.
Yeah.
They will not answer you immediately.
They should answer me immediately.
He doesn't know either.
He doesn't know why. Why would you say that then? What did he do? Why would you say that he needs attention? I'm not okay, sure. Oh, we could use a lolcow. Well, what spawned you to fucking bring his name up? What did he do to you? He stood in business, bro. That's what you did. What did he do? I don't understand. Someone calls me niece. Discord saying Grace wants to sue him. No, that's Rich, man. That's not Dickers. That's Rich. That's Rich from RTU. I think you got confused. He's calling in. Or are they calling him Dickers now? I'm totally fucking confused here.
Because it could be.
It's not the. No, it couldn't be because I marked him as a known fuckhead. So if I marked him, that's probably that's Rich, not the streamer Dickers. Tommy waiting 2 minutes to get a play. Which head snake? Oh, I was like, I was totally confused. I thought it was the other guy. Totally confused. I don't know. So there's nothing to do with him. I was going to say I never did anything to that guy. No, I want to talk to Rich. I think it would be interesting. Dickers. So should I call him Dickers if he calls in? Because I got confused with the streamer that called in like a month or two ago.
Yeah.
Oh, RTU's. I see. I don't watch Kino Casino, so I'm totally confused. I have seen a few clips. You know, speaking of Kino Casino, do you remember back in the whatchamacallit days? Were you around or tacitly sort of watching?
I watched when Andy would be on the Drunken Peasants. So yeah.
What about? Oh, so you're semi-familiar with?
Yeah.
Do you know?
Oh yeah, I know Kino Casino.
Failure Accomplished. Do you know who he is?
The name rings a bell,
All
but
right.
off the top of my
Failure was
head, no.
Tonka's Failure was Tonka's co-host, and Tonka show was, it ended up with at the end of Mr. Medicare
Is that the
video.
guy who died or a different
Yeah,
one?
well, I would say like anywhere from 10 to 12 months ago, somebody called in and said Failure passed away, and I've never seen it confirmed or anything, but I get a Kino Casino short, and there is and I don't know how old it is. I don't know. Maybe it's like 10 months old, or maybe with and and maybe this is a joke, but I don't know if this has been confirmed or denied. And I looked it up on Kiwi Farms, and I tried to figure out what was going on last night. So um, Andy and PPP are just bashing the shit out of him and going on, making fun of him. And I guess he broke out in tears and they're making fun of him. And they tell this whole story about what a lolcow he is. And at the end of the short, they says, "Oh, by the way, he died a couple of years ago of heart failure," and they just move on like it's nothing. They were all friends at one time.
Oh my God.
So I think that's where the rumor came from. I'm not sure he's gone now. And I kind of announced he was gone. He wasn't very nice to me. He was always kind of a little two-faced with me and what have you. Honestly, I miss Failure. There was something, even though Tonk was kind of phony, and they had a radio sort of, there was something about that show that was good. Failure and Tonka. They had something going on. I think being in wrestling, Tonka was so used to being a character that it just carried a little too far, and the kayfabe doesn't quite work in commentary or whatever it is they were doing. Well, eat each other alive. That's what they were doing. So yeah. All right. So I talked to Rich before. Maybe we can bring him on. But that being said, let's get right to it. Amaranth. So I'm up this morning because I only slept a couple hours, and I called you, and I'm like,
Yeah.
boy, maybe this is the real, maybe this is the real deal, right? This whole Amaranth thing. I'm the assistant full statements. I'm leaving the house now. Kate is in the hospital with my family. I handled with police statements. And I called you and versed, and I was like, I said, I got a feeling there's something to this. I think this is different. Because I know she's known for being absolutely full of shit. And Versed is just like, what are you, an idiot? What are you, a moron? And I started thinking about it. I was like, yeah, what am I, a moron? Like, this is something she would do. And the thing that gets bizarre, this is what I thought. I'm being too robbed at gunpoint. And I thought because of nerves or autocorrect or something like that, she's an influencer. She probably doesn't have dyslexia. This got about it. So I thought, maybe I'm covered in blood. Some of it's mine. I'll update you later. All right, now it's getting a little. I was at gunpoint. They gave me a phone. They said log in with a gun to my head. I tweeted because calling would be a death sentence. It's not a prank. Help. And at one point, she says she shot one of the attackers, and that's when I was like a little if about it. But I was like, I don't know. And I guess this is her saying she was safe. I guess this is the area. So I talked to Reverse and you, and I'm like, I'm a fucking moron. I mean, God, how could I believe all this shit? And then even with Yahoo Entertainment, I'm not particularly. So I was pretty much, I made the thumbnail thinking it was probably a bunch of bullshit. I'll take some calls, see what people think. There's this. And this wasn't enough for me even when I first saw this.
Over here. It's in here. I'm so tired. Come on. Go.
This could be performative. I start thinking this. That definitely could have been set up. Well, you could add the shots in post-production. So I was like, at this point, I'm still a moron for even thinking it. And then this happens. I haven't heard.
Home invasion
buddy.
progress.
Remember when Adonis Paul got mad at Tonka Saw and said he was having a heart attack? Yes, I do. So Drama Alert says the this kind of lines up. I don't know. There's a lot of beeps in there. This is more of the robbery. I probably should have played that video first. All right. Yeah, I guess this is when they ran away. And then here's the security footage. That's one. That donut operator. Now, I look, he's a YouTuber too. All right. He said, like, according to Dexterto, has confirmed Amaranth's robbery story through his police connections. Look, I could see him getting fooled and sticking up for a friend and maybe giving the benefit of the doubt, but I don't think the donut operator would put himself, his credibility on the line for some bimbo redhead. But I really have a tough time believing that she turned around and shot them. I mean, I could be wrong. We'll get to him in a minute. So I guess I want to take some calls. Like, I'm not 100% convinced, but I'm kind of almost there. Because my gut, it was just a feeling. It was total feels that this thing was, just her, remember when her husband abused her and then all of a sudden he didn't? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I guess the fact that it came right after the iDubbbz thing, she was talking shit with iDubbbz, and this just came out of nowhere. I don't know. I'm kind of, then I put a tweet out, like, just asking questions, like how the public felt about it, and it was very much she's faking it, But I wonder if anybody's changed their mind since this stuff. But I got to be honest with you, there's something rubs me the wrong way about this. I mean, it could be real. There's no way to tell one way or another.
Well, this is coming from Peepaw, but a donut operator did tweet out about an hour ago exactly that it was her husband that popped the shots coming in the door.
Oh, okay, it wasn't her. It wasn't her. Oh, good for him.
I'll send you that tweet real quick.
Too bad if it's true, too bad one of these guys isn't fucking. I shouldn't say that.
Go.
Robbing a young guy is pissing me off. Yeah, I did hear one guy say I got shot around on this when he ran over here. That's crazy. I don't know. Nobody's got an opinion?
I mean, you could look at some of the tweets.
Sure, send them to me.
Right now, because it may have been the tweets that, like, when you asked the question, see what people replied with. That one. While we wait for people. I'll bully people to get in.
Yeah, I'm gonna bully people. Boy. Husband popped him coming out the door, donut operating. So YouTuber, she kind of said that she kind of seemed like, she said I shot them, I think, in one tweet. I would like to point out, though she didn't fire the shots, interesting, any details, husband popped them coming in the door. Wow, it's crazy. Yeah, I don't think, and this would be pretty elaborate stunt.
I do have Riveter in waiting to call.
Put him in.
Okay.
Put him in. What do you got, Riveter? Are you buying this? Like, it's not out of the realm of possibility. This is YouTubers we're talking about here.
When it first started broken, I talked about this morning, I was kind of like you, I was a little bit skeptical because of her past track record.
Well, I wasn't skeptical, and then first made me feel like a moron.
Yeah, then when Donut piped in and stuff, but here's what's my question, right? Weren't we told like her and her husband got divorced? If that's the case, then what's her husband doing sitting in the streaming room, which is where supposedly the shooting occurred? What's he doing in there waiting? You know what I'm saying? That's a little bit strange to me.
I can answer that. A, they never said they were gotten divorced, and B, the whole thing was a bunch of bullshit.
Okay.
And so, what happens, and how many relationships do you know that have either gotten violent or gotten to the police and the couple gets back together and sometimes has no problems at all or has many problems the rest of their relationship? So, I mean, that's the most believable thing for me, that they're still together. You know, that could be a situation where an influencer is putting pressure on her manager, who happens to be her husband. Like, at the end of the day, I'm in charge of this shit, bitch. That's what I think.
Sure. And there, of course, those other ones, you know, she just kind of had some, I think it was like the end of last week, she had some pretty hot takes when it came to the LGBT community. So people are like, okay, is this misdirection to get them to look away from that?
Yeah.
I just can't, but I can't see Donut.
No, me either.
Reputation out there like it, so
I could see him. I don't have any love for YouTubers, as you know. I could see him sticking up for her, sort of like the way I stuck up for Ian Miles Chung, giving him the benefit of the doubt because we're politically aligned or some shit, or friendship or something like that. I could see him getting suckered, right? But I don't see him going out and lying for her willingly and knowingly.
No, I think there was another tweet where I think Donut talks about he reached out to his contacts, I'm assuming within police, to verify was this true or not.
Yeah.
And so anyway.
And it does look like she did kind of suggest, I don't know the tweet. I maybe I got to go to Keemstar here, but or Drama Alert, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm pretty sure she said or suggested.
Yeah, I can see that. She said, yeah, I do remember her
she suggested.
Like, I popped one of them. Like, there's some of my blood, but
well, what she said was they drug her out of her bed, and then she said, she goes, I got a shot off, and I think I hit one of them. Was what she said.
She even fucking took the husband's bravery away from him. Guess who's running that family?
Yeah, well, listen, I'm sure he wears the pants as soon as he gets through washing and drying them, right? So
yeah. As an ex-cop and now YouTuber, the defense cop, they would talk. Oh, I'm sure they talk to him, especially somebody with his not only his background, but the fact that he is pro cop and he's a pretty powerful influencer. I'm absolutely sure he has some kind of contact. But yeah.
I would say at this point, I would lean towards about 80% of this being real and 20. Well, real in that it happened. Now, as far as what we're being told or shown, is that who knows? But I think something did happen. Yeah. So
if she was drug out of bed, then how come she's over here? So she's
because from what they said, there was two different. Like she's got her home, and then she's got another building that she's. Yeah, that does streaming and stuff in. Yeah.
And then the husband happened to be in the streaming area at this time.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's what I understood. Yeah.
The tweets too, Tommy, that she does directly say I shot.
Yeah, she shot. Yeah. She's lying. She took his heroism away. Probably his penis too.
Maybe it was her gun, so therefore she shot.
Oh, that's.
But here's the thing, too, though, right? This is Houston. She lives around Houston, Texas. This is Texas.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, guns down there are like everywhere. I mean, the fact that you're going to come into a home and try to commit any type of burglary and
you gotta be crazy.
Yeah, you got to be crazy. Exactly. So
yeah, everybody's got a gun over there. They got cowboy hats and guns, and they're not messing around. It's a different culture over there.
Yeah. Yeah, they wear them to church, man. I mean, they got them on their hip when they go to church. They're praising Jesus and got a 6-shooter on their hip.
Yeah, I know. So. Let me give you guys an idea, especially you Europeans. Everybody has a Texas. In Spain, it's called Catalonia. In Germany, it's called Bavaria. In England, it's called Liverpool. Right? And they're in the country, but culturally, they're kind of their own thing. I always tell this army story. It's my favorite army story, and I forget Lieutenant What's-His-Face told Sergeant Menendez or whatever, or Rodriguez or whatever. He said, "Hey, soldier, draw a picture of America, or draw a picture of the world," and he draws this crude map, right? And then he draws like North America, and then traces out Texas, and he traces out Texas, and he says, "Okay, Sergeant, give us a geography lesson," and he said, "This here, sir, is Texas. And this here is America, and the rest of this shit is un-America." And like, and that's kind of like, that's kind of the way they view it over there. It's kind of I've heard Texans say they're Texans before they're Americans.
Yes. Yes,
I'm a Texan. That's different. You don't see state pride.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of a holdover from the Civil War because like prior to the Civil War, people were more, especially down south, more state oriented. And I would even say like living down south, people are more state oriented too. I'm from Oklahoma or I'm from Alabama, and it's like a thing of pride type of thing. And they don't really have that as much up north. I'm from New Jersey. Great.
Yeah.
You know. Never met.
I always just referred to myself as an American, you know. So
I think you should, but I mean,
yeah,
Texans a different ball of wax. So I mean, you got to have.
They are different. They are a different breed. That's for sure. I've known several Texans in my years, and they all are they're very proud of being a Texan too. So.
Yeah, my grandfather said he thought it'd be funny with him and his boys put up a sign right after World War II when I guess they're taking a train through Texas, and most of the guys I guess they were sailors, and most of the guys were from New Jersey. I guess in the old days, I think a lot of like if you joined at the same time, you might be on the same boat in the Navy. So they thought it'd be really, really funny to write New Jersey won the war, Texas helped a little, and hang it on the side of the fucking train. And he said they started throwing rocks at the fucking train.
I can see that.
He didn't realize, like, to them, it was a bunch of East Coast guys ball busted. You know, let's bust let's bust these hillbilly balls. They didn't take it that way at all. They wanted to kill them. You know?
Yeah.
You know, boogies from Arkansas are reminded over and over again. Yeah, there is down south. It's North Kakalaki and South Carolina. It's a thing down there. I always thought it was kind of dumb, to be honest with you. But I'm a Yank, so there you go. All right, so you're leaning towards it's the real deal, Holyfield, or at least some.
I think the event happened. As far as what we've been told so far, is it 100% accurate? I don't think so. I don't believe so, but I do believe that people broke into her house. You know, I hope this wasn't some sort of elaborate skit that got out of hand. You know,
if you have
there's still always that.
Here's a Houston police officers union. Why would the union be posting? If you have any information related to aggravated robbery, home invasion, contact the Houston Police Crime Stoppers, and they have Amaranth on there. I guess it's got to be real, right? But that's the thing. Like when you're an influencer, it's like everybody thinks you're Andy Kaufman it up. You know?
Sure. The other thing too that is kind of suspicious to me is how quickly a lot of this stuff is coming out. Like her releasing that video, right, of the infiltrators coming into her streaming area or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Releasing pictures of her door being shot out of hell where they were trying to get into the bedroom where she was at. Things like that. The 911 call, or what, not necessarily 911 call, but the police traffic.
Maybe because people are denying it, and maybe people because I thought I had a picture of the shot up wall.
I can get that for you real quick.
Yeah, I thought I had a picture of the shot up wall. Maybe because people are denying it, and she's had this horrible. She wants people to believe it, or maybe I guess.
Well, with her track record, maybe she's trying to get as much out there to front load to make sure people believe her. I guess I don't know. I mean, it's a scary thing. I mean, I hope I'll just say that, put it like this. I hope that she's not fibbing about this. Especially with what happened with those other 3 young ladies that were streaming. It's just I don't know. Like I said, I'm about 8% on the side. I think something happened. That's where I come down on this.
So what am I looking at? Split. Could that be?
The breaking in the door, so kicking it in, and then next one.
Did they kick it in? Like in the video?
Well, she said. No, you don't. There's nothing in the video. This is just still photography, and there's pictures of like bullet holes. You can see one actually there on the wall.
That's also inside.
Is that a bullet?
Yeah,
hole? It's like a perfectly. Yeah. I don't know. See, I don't know much about forensics or anything. It looks drilled, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, she could like. It doesn't like because like the way I understand, I thought like. the front might go smooth like this, but when it comes out the back, if it does, then it's like all fucked up.
Yeah, the blowout of the back. And of course, the
Yeah.
other thing too, if you look at that lock,
Mhm.
that's not like a typical bedroom door lock either. You know what I'm saying?
It's European. Yeah,
Or commercial, like in a commercial.
I haven't. But keep in mind, I haven't been
Yeah.
home in almost 20 years now, so I'm kind of detached from all that. But to me, that looks like a
Sure.
European thing. You know, like
Yeah.
I have a door handle. I don't have turn doors. I have like right even in this room now, I have a turn thing. So look, I'm not calling her a liar or anything.
Yeah.
I was like, my gut told me it's real, and then Verse straightened me out. And by the way, if you think this is complete bullshit and it turns out to be real, you're completely within your rights because
Sure.
it's her, and she's like a streamer. So you're like telling. The exit hole looks blown out. I mean, it looks like an entrance. Look, I am no fucking expert when it comes to this kind of stuff. So I don't even know.
I'm with you on that one. I don't know either.
Mm-hmm. You know, what's the matter with you?
I mean,
What's the matter with you, cowboy? Why don't you know? You should have smoked somebody by now. Maybe a Mexican or two. I don't know.
Nah, man. I'm a lover, not a fighter. Come on.
Have anybody reverse searched the image? No, but Tommy C will. Let's do it. We're on the job. Let's do it.
Because yeah, I can definitely understand why people wouldn't believe it's real because it is one of those boy who cried wolf situations.
That's not imagine.
Imagine.
Well, it was. I wrote. I was looking up stuff with the Beatles the other day, so it's probably like that's definitely dyslexia. No, it's all coming back. All is Amaranth. All right, is that the other side? Yeah, it's kind of coming back as Amaranth. As far as I can see, this is cursory, so I mean, take it for what it's worth.
Yeah.
But I mean, like to me, this is what you get when you like cry wolf about your husband and shit. You know what I mean? And then try to take his man guy bravely stands up to 3-armed men, and she says she did it. Talk about stolen
Hey,
valor.
it's probably her gun. The gun was in her name. That's how it happened.
You're not the celebrity. I'm the celebrity. I need to be the hero.
Think of the money. If she did it, that's even crazier.
Maybe that's how she read. Look, honey, I know you're really brave and you saved my life and you chased these guys and you did the ultimate man thing to do. You took up armed robbers. But I need this. I think it's going to help us financially. Oh, God, she drilled a hole in the door. That's what I think. So, like, we know we lied about the husband situation. We know she lied about shooting this frigging guy. She's capable of it. She's an influencer. That makes her a bad person almost automatically. Oh, wow. It's so funny. All right. Hey, thanks for the call, man.
Hey, no problem. Have a good day.
Good work.
You
good
guys.
work.
See you later.
Good work. Take care. All right.
Everybody else is too pussy to call in.
Maybe that's it. It's just kind of. I think it's kind of like when I put the thing together. I think it was a little more up in the air. But within the last 2 hours or so, it's pretty much 3 hours ago.
Yeah.
Now, so
like, I was
when I made the
looking in the
thumbnail, it was
newsroom.
definitely.
Yeah, I'm trying to find.
Last night-
You want to see Keemstar get real serious?
Sure.
I do too.
Last night was the absolute scariest moment for female streamers in a very, very long time. You had Valkyrie, Cena, and Imaru doing an in real life stream. They come across a fan. He takes a picture with them. Later, he asked one of the girls for their number. They shot him down. And then he turns into a psycho, starts following them, won't leave them alone. They're asking for the security guards to help them out. And he says something along the lines like, I will kill you, and really starts charging them. And the stream ends. They ended up having to call the police, and now the story's massively viral. Thank God all 3 girls are safe. But it took over Twitter last night, which then in the background, there was another story that didn't get as much attention that was so much worse than that. And that was Amaranth. Her house got broken into by robbers. She ended up shooting one of them. They were demanding for her crypto wallet. She shot one of them, was covered in blood, had to go to the ambulance herself.
And her husband, she would Keemstar saying it. I think it's a goddamn shame is you do something that heroic and then your wife takes it away from you.
believe she got injured. But thank God all 4 of these women in these 2 situations are safe and healthy. But it just really opens your eyes, the danger of the online female content creators and the amounts of security they need as opposed to male streamers. It's just wildly different. So I'm glad that all these content creators are safe. And
me too.
And yeah, I guess I just wanted to speak on it in case anyone didn't know what happened last night. All the stuff is over on Drumler. You can see it for yourself. Just scary, scary stuff.
Keemstar cares about female streamers. It's a deep connection. He was moved by this whole thing. And by the way, we're firing Boogie tonight.
I mean, Wilbur brought up a good point.
Wings is going to a fat farm. You know?
Oh my god. Well, Wilbur said, "Hey, Amaranth's a gamer, so she stole his kill."
Bingo. That's right. That's right, gamers. Will, you're absolutely on the money. She didn't see security. She took the kill. We really clearly could see that she's Ronaldo and not a Messi. He'll take that goal. He'll take that goal. It was assisted. Nope, she's Ronaldo. She buried that back in the net. Is this not camping? Yeah, Mega, it's camping, all right. Absolutely. Yeah, because that's how if you really want to get somebody, you camp. That's kind of why I like playing DayZ, because the gunfights are a little more realistic in some sense. You might have to lay in the fucking dirt for a while. You know, it's not, you go out and start running around and playing Call of Duty, you'll find yourself dead pretty quick, you know. He's Tony Montana. That's so funny that she stole his kill. I think I might title the damn video that. She's farming for XP.
Okay, buddy.
Clearly, it was 2 Jews after what? Oh God, what was that supposed to mean? That's terrible. Oh man, can you believe that? That's nuts. Let me get Rich out. When you guys want to talk to Rich?
While I eat my spaghetti.
Yeah, eat your spaghetti.
Okay, buddy.
Yeah.
I'll buy her OF if they find the guys. One guy clapped. That guy's probably winged. It's a lot of shots in what sounds like a small area. Nobody got seriously injured. That's amazing in itself. Yeah. All right. Going to waiting.
Maybe we'll see it on Doorbell News.
Yeah. It's Doorbell. Yeah, that's a good point.
And we can do our own Doorbell News, and it's just drama.
Yeah, Doorbell News, Amaranth edition. You know what I mean?
Get lost.
Get lost. Get lost. Get lost. Oh man, that's too funny. Spaghetti sounds more interesting than review tech. Oh, you guys don't like review tech? I want to hear what's going on. I haven't talked to Rich in a while.
That's Lynn. He's a party pooper. He calls
come on, Lynn. You got to build up the show. I'm gonna quit if you guys don't start watching. Man, I'm about done with this shit. Okay, here it is. Hey, everybody, Review Tech USA on Shot from the Point. Richard, are you there?
Whoa, what's going on?
How are you? How are you? So, first of all, explain. I only really know. Let me tell you what I know, and you can fill in the gaps. I was told, I want to say last Saturday, that you were supposed to do some kind of lolcow bitch session with with her
and Graves.
Lynx and Graves. Yeah, I spoke to Lynx. Nice girl, by the way.
Yeah, she is very nice,
yeah,
and I'm
nice.
cool with her.
She's a really nice girl. And she said that you ghosted them, and then
I did, and we talked, Lynx and I, after that, and they were cool.
Yeah. Lynx didn't seem to have she wasn't bashing you. She just basically told me what happened. She tried to be neutral when she was telling me what was going on, right? And then she went nuts. Like, what's her name? She started doxing you.
All right.
Grace Thorpe started doxing you.
So
Is that correct?
here's the thing. So
Okay.
she found out I was doing a stream saying I got fired from lolcow tech talk, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Grace, she comes into the chat and she's like, "Yo, let me come on and talk." And she comes on, she's like in a 2-piece bikini.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "All right." And she's like, "Hey, I'm like, all right, we could come on a stream, we could talk about it." Initially she was actually annoyed because I didn't want her to come on right away. And she's like, "Let me come on now." I'm like, "All right." So she's like, "Yeah, why don't," and we were talking about what happened. And she's like, "How about I come to you?" Not knowing the whole fucking situation with her and her dad. I didn't know that much about the fucking Thorpes. Okay.
Okay.
And I'm like, cool. And I remember talking to Lauren, my girlfriend. I was like, "Hey, she wants to come through." She's like, "Yeah, why don't you set up a goal, see if people really want it?"
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden, a friend of mine, she sent me a video. She's like, "You need to really understand them. You don't like," and I didn't. And I watched the video and I'm like,
what did you see in the video
holy
that
shit.
offended you or bothered you? What did you see?
It didn't offend me, or it just shocked me. It was one of them by, I forgot the guy's name, Shamu. And it just showed where the dad is like talking about like jerking off. Well, they were, and it's like she was saying really weird shit and like drawing penises on herself. And I'm like, you know what? Let's just do something through Discord. Like, don't come to my fucking place. Okay.
Yeah.
Apparently she was coming here with her dad no matter what. Like, they were already on their way up. People were like, "Yo, Rich, they're already on their way up." I'm like,
uh-oh,
what are you talking about? So that night,
Rich, did you guys plan to meet up and then you cut them off when they were on their way? Is that what happened?
I didn't even know they were on their fucking way.
Okay, so you had no idea. You made no plans to get together with them. So you had no date set to meet the Thorpe.
On the 23rd, I said on Discord, instead of us doing it, like, I had no idea she was on her way fucking up here. Okay. On the 23rd, I said, and I thank God I screen capped it. I have a message saying, "Look, instead of doing it in person, let's just do it in Discord. I don't know what's going on with my kids, other things." It was me like, "Nah, I don't want you fucking here with your fucking lunacy."
Yeah.
So, but people were telling me she was already in Connecticut. She was saying that she was on her way here. And lo and behold, I'm sure there's some details that I'm missing out, but I could fill you in later when I remember them.
Sure.
I'm seeing them doing it. It's a beautiful day in upstate New York. They changed the title. I knew they were like, if I had to piss bad enough, I could piss to where they were. And I'm like, oh, come on, man. The day before I called the cops because Grace was in like my chat saying, "This isn't a threat. You screwed me over. This isn't a threat. This is a promise." Yeah, I blew her off, but I was like, I don't even want to associate with her. I don't even want to communicate with her.
Well, in fairness, I think that whole thing that they do with the dad is an act, but you don't have any kind of obligation to work with them.
Yeah, like,
you're allowed to say no. I mean.
Yeah, and I was like, you know how many times I've been fucking blown off? Like, yeah, okay, I should have said no to you, but who gives a shit? It's like not that big of a fucking deal. So all of a sudden, after this, I'm seeing that they're streaming. So I had to call the cops after she did that one thing. Did I really want to? No.
The one thing was what? Be specific. She doxed you,
when she was in her chat saying, like, in my chat saying, like, we're coming anyway. This isn't a threat. It's a promise. And I'm like, dude, I have kids. I can't have you here being a fucking lunatic.
No, I won't.
So I filled out a report with the cops, and then the next day, people are DMing me saying, "Rich, they're like in your area." Someone, I won't name who it was, DM me like, "Yo, they're in your area." I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And they sent me the stream saying it's a beautiful day in upstate New York, and they're right at my fucking doorstep, like. Not at my doorstep. They did not show up to my house, but they were, like I said, if I had to piss bad enough, I could piss to where they were. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I had to call the cops again and had to fill out another fucking report. I was about to take my kids for haircuts. I had to pull back in my driveway. Why the fuck is my are you here? I'm sorry about that, man. Hold on one second.
Yeah, sure. I'm
anyway. Because did you hear I had like Facebook going off or something
No,
like that.
I heard. I only heard you. You're loud and clear.
All right, good. All right, so I call the cops again. They come through. I told them I actually ended up being the wrong van. They have a Mercedes van, which is on their YouTube videos. I'm not doxing them or anything.
Mm-hmm.
And so they come through. I file. I'm like, look, they're right down my road. These people are saying all this weird shit, blah, 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 blah. So the cop left again. And then I'm going with my kids now to go take a haircut. As I'm making a left out of my road and I'm driving down, who do I see? Both of their faces. They must have, that would be maybe like 50 to 75 feet from my house. They didn't go down my specific road, but they went down the road right from it. You could see my house from that road.
Before you called the cops, in fairness, did you tell them, I don't want to see you and I don't want you near here? Did you uninvite them or not invite them to begin with?
Yes.
You did. And
yes.
they said, we're coming no matter what. That's correct. All right.
She was good. She was supposedly supposed to wear a chicken suit and be in my fucking driveway.
They're wild. Oh God.
And now for the inconvenience that I never inconvenience them with, and they're trying. Well,
I mean, you did inconvenience them to some extent. I mean, Rusty Dusty, thanks so much. Big ups, Tommy Rich. Thank you. You did inconvenience them to some extent. You were unfamiliar with what they were doing, and I could see them getting mad. What I don't understand is there's
nothing there for a lawsuit.
Oh, I wouldn't worry about that. Or he said he's going to small claims.
I'm not worried about it at all. I think it's like, listen, man, it'll make a great live stream fodder. That's okay.
Yeah.
Listen,
okay. So Brutix is in the chat saying you're leaving. Are you leaving anything out? Is there something you're leaving out?
No. What am I leaving?
I don't know. I don't.
That I forgot
if
to
it's
say.
Brutix, come on. Like if something you forgot or something, like straighten this out over here. You know,
let him say, what am I leaving out? Let him say it. I'll say if I'm leaving it out or not. I don't care.
What's with the name Dickers? Like, is that something that?
I don't even know why that's an insult. I told the story of that. Everyone in the world could call me Dickers, and I would be like, thank you.
All right.
Yeah, it was a dude who used to, my very first job I worked. He used to smoke angel dust, and his younger brother got me the job there. We were in the stock room in the back, and he was all geeked up. And I'm like, hey, man, how you doing? I'm Rich. He's like, oh, your nickname is Dick. I'm like, yep, it's Dick. He's like, I'm going to call you Dickers. And then he started screaming it and dry humping a box in there. That's how that started. That's a true story.
I'm so glad I left the States years ago. It sounds like something would happen to me. How old are you, Rich?
I am 43. That when I had that job, I was 17. Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like something would happen to me when I was 17. I'm 48. I'm a little older than
you.
So that's crazy. So I don't think you really did anything wrong here. I mean, you don't have an obligation.
I mean, look, okay, if you want to, look, should I have said no, don't come? But
you probably should have done your research ahead of time, but that's kind of nitpicking on my part.
Yeah, I mean, but here I'm thinking, like whatever, doing an IRL stream was not knowing their whole situation.
Yeah, I mean,
okay, who gives a shit? But they were, like I said, even whether I invited her, whether I said yes to doing the Discord interview or not, they were already on their way here anyway.
Did you think you maybe overplayed your hand a little bit with calling the cops? You just, wait till they show up or something and then call the cops? Or do you think that's what the fans got an issue with? And this is the question. I have no issue with it personally. But I'm just I'm holding your feet to the fire.
That's fine. Again, I have 3 kids.
I'm sorry. Grace Thorpe isn't getting near my children. I mean, that's never happening.
Exactly,
or especially your father. You know,
I was just pissed off. I wasn't even afraid. Like, why are you fucking doing this? Why are you wasting my fucking time? So that's why I did it. I wanted to handle it civil instead of having her fucking rejected psychopathic father and her walking around in a chicken suit.
So the fans are mad at you because it didn't happen and it looked like a kind of inciting thing. Yeah, I'd have to do the same thing you did. I'm getting called a sweeper. I'm Sweepy C.
You're getting called a sweeper.
I'm a sweeper now by my own fans.
I know, and I have another dude on the internet call me Officer Dickers because I wouldn't have called the cops. I'm like, all right, tough guy. I want to see if that weirdo came.
I don't know if I would have called it. I'll be honest. I don't know if I would have called the cops either unless I was absolutely sure they're going to be at my door. You know. But then again,
I couldn't have been far off because they were literally down my street having a picnic. So
Yeah,
I don't know. You
you can do that though, but I mean, just don't pull a boogie and pull out a gun. Like,
No,
you'll be
no,
all
I
right,
wouldn't have done that, and that's why I wouldn't have wanted to be in that situation. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I'm like, let me call
Hey.
because it did spook them because I do think they would have came here. To be honest with you,
Yeah,
It
they can't.
honestly
I don't have
did
a problem
spook
with that. You told them not to come. I don't got an issue with that. And you have children. You have 3
and
children.
they were stalking some other girl that was on lolcow. I don't know if you know about it. I don't know. I don't want to.
I'm paying attention
No,
to lolcow anymore.
they had to get her. She had to get a restraining order. Like there's other lawsuits with her going on now too. So they're fucking lunatics. So I'm like, yeah, I don't want to deal with any of this shit. You know?
Did they cover this on lolcow? The situation?
I don't know. That's why I'm going to be vague. I don't want to blow up her spot.
I'll cover it now. If I talked about it, that's for damn sure.
Well, no, I don't think it's private either. You know, I'll let her, if she wants to go into detail, I'll let her go into detail. It's not my place. But yeah, they were stalking someone else. And I think it's on their live streams anyway. So yeah, it's public. So. So yeah, it's been fun. Hey, I'm glad they're doing it because it'll be a free shit show for me. So like I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Okay. You know.
All right. Well, I wanted to get your side of the thing.
No, man, I appreciate you having me on, Tommy. Hope all is well.
All right. Well, thanks for telling me the whole story. That was interesting. All right. Take care, Rich. Bye-bye. Sweepy C, baby. I don't know. Like somebody call me in. Tell me what he did wrong. I get the feeling like it's like one of those things like, oh, like it would have been awesome and you didn't get you got robbed of content. That's the feeling I get. Rich just lies a lot. Did he lie this time? So one of you could call in.
Explain it to us. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, it's one thing to call him a liar. It's another thing to show me a liar. I'll call. I have no problem calling Rich out. I just what I understood was she was told no, and then she started doxing him, and then I was trying to get the story from Rich himself. You know, so that's all I'm trying. I'm trying to get to the bottom of the drama. I'm doing my job here. That was just simple situation by the sounds of me. Done trusting liars, to be honest. So you don't believe in Brudix? Like, give me something. I'll call you. Like, you can't just call him a liar. You know. I heard he said yes, come. Did you?
Toxic doesn't Discord.
I don't Discord. Oh, okay, convenient. Now I'm going to turn it around on you. No,
I did just send you something that I think he'd get a kick out of.
Yeah,
because I don't think you've seen it.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
It's a good segue. New Casey Anthony, who is accused of murdering her daughter, has come out as an LGBTQ women's rights advocate. That's exactly where she belongs. She is standing in the light. Anthony claims that it's her duty to defend people that are being attacked. One of the main reasons I'm doing this is because people close to me have also been targeted and attacked recently. Are you kidding me? You're like celebrated if you pay now. You talk about. As a proponent of LGBTQ community, our legal community, women's rights, I feel that it's important that we use this platform that was thrust upon me. Thrust upon you. That's one way to look at it. And now look at as a blessing. All right, let's listen to this bimbo, who probably did.
Today is Saturday, March 1st, 2025. This is my...
How old is she, in her 40s now? She still looks pretty good.
First of probably many recordings.
She's 38.
Is she my new OJ? Because I miss OJ Simpson on Twitter. That was one of my favorite Twitter accounts.
I'm hoping she'll be on
give me her
OJ.
Twitter account. That's fun.
On a series that I'm...
TikTok. I don't know if she has...
No, I'm not going to TikTok. Rather pull my eyeballs out.
Starting. I am a legal advocate. I am a researcher.
Are you?
I've been in the legal field since 2011.
Yeah.
And in this capacity, I've
been in the legal field since 2011. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. When
the case happened in
how long? It's
2008.
Yeah. That's since 2011 she's been in the legal field.
Well, she died in 2008.
feel that it's necessary.
The little girl died in 2008?
Yeah.
If I'm going to continue to operate appropriately as a legal advocate, that
how old is she now?
38.
38? Oh.
I start to advocate for myself and also advocate for my daughter. For those of you who don't know, my name is Casey Anthony. My daughter is Kaylee Anthony.
Oh, gosh.
Hold on. Actually, the trial began in 2011. So she's
she's illegal. Yeah, I was charged with first-degree murder. I'm an illegal expert. Is this real? Somebody's saying it's fake. Maybe it is.
My parents are George and Cindy Anthony. This is not about them. This is not in response to
It's so unfair that she can't get around the murder of her daughter. She can't even be an advocate. It's such a distraction.
anything that they have said or done. That's not to say that I'm not going to respond at some point to some of the things that they have said and
I'm
done.
an egomaniac.
The whole point of this is for me to begin to reintroduce myself. I'm doing this both personally for me, but in a professional capacity. Moving forward, the majority of what you will see will be me speaking in a professional capacity. My goal is to continue to help give a voice to people, to give people tools and resources that they can utilize so they actually know where they can turn to. So with that.
All right, imagine being like gay and you're getting gay bashed or some crazy shit's happening. I need to turn to Casey Anthony. like Casey Anthony. I think I recommend a different group of gay advocates. That's just me.
Please join me on Substack.
Oh.
If you have questions, I will set up an email address where we can correspond directly up
Maybe we can make that happen.
Until this point, that has never happened. And it's only going to be on a limited basis regarding legal issues, legal matters. One of the main reasons that I'm doing this, there are people close to me who have been targeted and attacked recently. There are also people close to me who have had some recent things occur. And when necessary, people needed to step up, myself included. So as a proponent for the LGBTQ community, for our legal community.
When I was a kid in the 80s, I heard a lot about gays getting attacked. I don't hear that anymore. I feel like if there's any kind of like, the last big one was when the guy was like my age and they fucking crucified him, these maniacs.
Well, there's the transgender.
Oh, people are attacking transgenders now, so maybe that's what's going on. Yeah, all right.
Women's rights.
What was it?
I feel that it's important that I use this platform.
Brianna Gay was the most recent one that I remember, and that was in 2023.
That was 2023. Yeah. Well, the one is back when I was a kid. It was 1830. Yeah, haha. I remember the kid. They, this poor bastard. These guys. They posed as gay men, and they picked this. I think it was in Texas. And they crucified him, murdered him. It was really awful.
That was thrust upon me.
But even that, like that was, I want to say that was like 1990, between 1995 and 1997, somewhere around there. Because I was an adult when it happened. I think he was my age or a year older, like born 75, 76, something like that. And
okay, buddy.
Let's say I heard AMOURANTH got shot because she wouldn't give up the recipe to her yeast. It's funny, we had a joke about that yesterday. Oh boy, that's funny. This is thrust upon me. I can't listen to her. This wasn't thrust upon you. You're not an advocate. This is ridiculous. But yeah, they did that. Casey Anthony, real Dutch angle video. Yeah, it's bizarre. Very bizarre. I've had enough of her. Let's get into Hassan. Hassan did a thing.
If you cared about Medicare fraud or Medicaid fraud, you would kill Rick Scott. Okay? You wouldn't make Rick Scott, former governor of Florida, Rick Scott, you wouldn't make him the current, what is his current office? What is he? He's the Richard Lynn Scott, is an American attorney, businessman, politician, Navy veteran, serving as the senior United States Senator from Florida, a seat he has held since 2019. And also, I believe this past election cycle, he was literally the f***ing head of the, what was it, like the Senate committee or something? If you cared about Medicare fraud or
boom. Windows, boom. And from what I understand, it's only 24 hours, but I could be wrong about that. Or maybe not. It's a temporary ban, could range from, he'll be up in no time. The thing that gets me about this is, why not threaten members of Congress? He's done it before with the zip gun that he posted over some congressman. It seems to be okay to do that now. Like everybody's getting away with it. No, why? So why not? I guess. Yeah, it's not forever. Exactly. I mean, like, this is not protected speech in any civilized Western society. You can say they suck. You can say they're akin to Hitler. You can say they're fascist or communist or the most evil people on earth. But you can't threaten to kill them. Yeah.
If you go back to the previous tweet,
Yeah.
and then there's a comment that says out of context.
Is it out of context?
It's out of context.
If you cared about Medicare fraud or Medicaid fraud, you would kill Rick Scott.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know what happened between that beep. Yeah, there could be a whole bunch of context.
Maybe it's Kiss Rick Scott.
It could be. You know, we want to rush to judgment here. You know. No, I'm sorry. Like, this isn't protected speech in any civilized society, much less an uncivilized society.
We got Jessix waiting to call.
Sure. Let's see. What do we got here? Hello, Jessix. Hello, Jessix. Hello. All right, maybe not. We don't have Jessix.
Oh, sorry, I'm on push to talk. Sorry, I didn't realize.
All right. Sorry. Yeah. There's no Marvel madness going on here. What's going on? What do you got? You got something for it?
I'm going to talk about that Casey Anthony video. A couple of things that I don't know. Did you already watch that whole video on your own or no?
No, I couldn't stand it. She killed her daughter.
Okay, so
I can't fucking deal with it.
At the beginning of the video, before, I don't know how many people in chat are familiar with the Casey Anthony case, but if you're familiar about it, then this will make sense to you. At the beginning of the video, I don't think that clip showed it, but she said, "Ugh, I'm sweating to death in here," in her car. And then later on in the video, she's like, "Yeah, I'm going to be recording a lot of these and posting them on Substack. So you guys are going to get really comfortable with my car." It's like, if you understand the context of what happened with her daughter.
Psycho. Oh, that's crazy. That's nutty. I'm kind of in the middle of Hassan, though, but that's really funny context.
I know, the first time I watched it, I was like, there's no fucking way she just said that.
Oh, God. That's terribly funny. Oh, God. Jesus Christ. I couldn't get through the video because it's like, she killed a kid. I'm sorry. I believe that. I'm allowed to believe that. So I don't want to listen to her about anything. She beat it. Congratulations. You beat the rap. They couldn't put you at the scene. A magical Hispanic lady just stole your kid and killed him.
Somehow.
Yeah,
Literally
somehow, some way.
I understand that case. I was like really young when that happened, but to this day, I don't get it.
They couldn't put her at the scene. That's it. They couldn't put her at the scene. She had a good lawyer. No, that's it. I don't think they found any of her DNA in there that wouldn't. And that's another thing too, because I guess it was a car or something like that. Like, it's one of those places like, you know, her DNA would be there naturally or something like that. I don't know. I forget what the whole thing was. Casey Anthony. I only.
Hold on. It was found nearby, but there was
DNA.
Helga's
talking. Helga's talking.
How well my Substack is gonna work out. Do you need a babysitter?
That's what she opened a babysitter's group. That's what she should do. Child care facility. But go ahead.
Yeah, the body was found elsewhere, but there was DNA in her car, like Kaylee's DNA in the back of the car, and like evidence of decomposition. It's like, how do you explain that?
I don't know how you didn't get a conviction. A lot of convicted her, but whatever. I don't know. I forgot.
Yeah, I just remember the video.
I think it's probably something we're meaning. All right, thank you. Let me get back to Hassan. Okay, back to Hassan, everybody. Let's see. Yes, Hassan was banned in 30 days. This guy's for people to get banned all the time, but God forbid the rules apply to him in a death threat. He should be happy. The ban is protecting him from me farming him. Big shout out to the right-wing free speech lovers who took the time out of the day screaming about DEI. DEI. Oh, you can capitalize it. That's why. DEI and immigrants to cry about this. You know, I mean, this isn't protected speech. Not in America. Death threats are not protected speech. Didn't he cry like a baby over, what's his face? Wigger. Can't remember. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm losing my mind here. I can't remember anybody's name anymore. Sam Hyde. Jesus Christ, what's the matter with me? I need to quit. I think I'm done. Fucking can't remember anybody's name anymore. It's ridiculous. Yeah, I mean, he wasn't he screaming and whining and crying about Sam Hyde threatening to kill him when it was clearly like a boxing promotion thing. Hassan being it's almost pointless to call him a hypocrite at this point. The only thing that's bizarre is Jeff Bezos' crew protecting this nut job. What, Amaranth? What she said was like the worst thing in the world, and this? Hassan responds to Twitch ban. I'm sorry, I'll choose my word carefully next time and say if Mike Johnson cares about Medicare fraud, since he wants to cut $800 million from Medicaid, Medicare, he'd call for max punishment. Current Florida Senator, former Governor Rich Hawk, who has done the most Medicare fraud in history. I guess. Like, I don't know. These guys, he sounds like Destiny, right? You know, Destiny shows like what a cold sociopath he is, and he's like, well, Crowder did it too. You can fix her, Aryan privilege. Big shout out to Right Wing. It's just, he's very strange. Yeah. Asmongold Gold is baffled. Yeah, I bet he is.
Twitch chat is too supportive of Hassan in his ways. I don't see how, like, I mean, you have so many points on a graph of people that are leftist, like, content creators and leftist political streamers saying things that are, if they were prosecuted, there would be a court case about them. I mean, maybe they might not win the court case, but it certainly wouldn't get slapped down. Guaranteed, some of these are criminal offenses. How is this happening?
I don't know why nobody's getting charged either. I think it's gotten to the point of the bizarre. I mean, you could rip people off on crypto. You can threaten politicians. And you don't even have to say in Minecraft anymore.
It's honestly shocking to me that Twitch is letting it happen. Like, I thought about actually going and...
Have a good day. You're welcome. I'm glad to help you.
Messaging, trying to find somebody at Amazon, like a VP there, and like trying to like call them and like be like, do you have like an hour so I can explain this to you? Like what the problem here is. So yeah, you should. Yeah, I know. So I get Hassan so much. I don't hate Hassan. I feel like I've made it pretty clear what my viewpoint is, right? I don't support calls to violence at all. And I think that calls to violence should be met with disciplinary action. Period. That's it.
You know, like at what point, like forget Twitch. Where's the law? Twitch aren't cops, in fairness. Like, why is nobody being arrested for threatening senators and governors and shit? Why isn't a guy with a huge audience being charged with terroristic threats? Who also happens to openly support terrorism. You know, forget Twitch. I mean, yeah, Twitch. There are a bunch of phonies and there are a bunch of left-wing lunatics that support this stuff. Where's the cops?
Like, that's my opinion. So if people don't like that, that's fine. But that's it. Like, it's not personal. It's not personal. Now, I think for Twitch draft, it's personal. And for some of them, they might not personally like me. But I don't personally have a problem with any of these people. I just don't like what they're saying. And I don't think they should be saying it on Twitch because it puts everybody at risk.
Personally, I think he's right.
Yeah, I don't know. 180 hours. My point is that that's basically what Twitch does, is that they have effectively made political content and any sort of content discussing social issues unmonetizable on the platform. And they've done this intentionally. They've done this because they don't want it on the platform. I think that if Twitch had their way, they wouldn't have anybody like me or Hassan talking about this stuff at all. That's really what that's...
I don't believe that. It seems to me that they're bending over backwards to keep it going.
What my opinion is. I think that if they could push a button and it would remove all of us, they would do that. So
well, they don't have to. They can quite literally and just kick everybody off or kick Hassan off at least. And like you guys can't handle this stuff without making calls to violence, which is not only against our TOS, it's criminal. If this was protected free speech, there would be mass arrests. Now they usually, if this is protected speech, there would be. I don't think that's protected. Calling for violence. Jesus.
What my advocacy is that
Hassan not being investigated might have something to do with him his parents being insanely wealthy. I don't know. I have to make more of a connection than that allegation, but you got to wonder. This is another thing. They're sympathetic.
Don't give them a reason to push that button because they are looking for.
Aren't we past that? I like Yasmin Gold and everything, but don't give them a reason to push the button because maybe that's what's best. I don't know.
Reason. I think it's just you. Yeah, I don't know. 180 hours.
I don't know. Or, instead of pushing the button, you could just get rid of the people that are calling for violence. And I'm not talking everybody that says kill this or kill that or trying to stretch it out. But, this is like right in front of you. Activists running Twitch. Yeah, I could believe that too. Forget the rich daddy. What about all this? It's just bizarre to me. Absolutely bizarre. What did, let's see. Hassan is one of the only openly leftist people in gaming spaces. He is the target of this back because without him, it would be nothing but far-right incel content. That guy doesn't strike me as being super bright. Hassan is one of the largest terrorist supporters in gaming spaces. His continued behavior and a lack of moderation on Twitch. He's contributed to an advertiser problem. Yeah, that's another thing. Like everybody gets shit canned. It's like Kathleen Kennedy, for Christ's sakes. 24 hours where Hassan can't promote ship hijacking is a blessing to those in gaming spaces. It is funny. Mike from PA has become Joseph Goebbels. Can't say that about lefties, wavy. Not allowed. When they act like Nazis, you're not allowed to point it out. It's bizarre. Super strange. Super duper strange. No, I'll take calls. If you guys want to bring up any, I'll open the phones. If not, we'll call it a day. Oh, got 6 to the goal. Are we running out yet? I'll give you love for all. 6 to the goal. Would appreciate it. And thank you so much. There we go. But if you guys got something to scream or say, let's do it. Let's do it to it. And what have you. Also, I want to announce that we have changed kind of thing. You can get the podcast throughout the day. It's not going to be a members only thing anymore. I think that was a mistake, and I got punished pretty good by it. I really, I just wanted to make the members thing kind of matter, and also when I put it in, what do you call it? When I put it in that position, what do they call that? When it's not published, or it goes right to unlisted? Yeah,
unlisted.
Unlisted,
Sorry.
yeah. When it goes to unlisted, then it doesn't show up on the front page, and I wanted it to unless it was members. I thought that'd be the best way to do it, and then release it in 24 hours. But the problem there became all the notifications got squished. No, and I'll relist them when because I want them out there. I want you guys to be able to see them and all that stuff. But the only thing that's really going to grow if the videos take over. Otherwise, it's not gonna work much longer. And I've been doing this a long time, and my time might be up. But then that's okay too, because it was a great run. So yeah, support the stuff. Oh yeah, by the way, an hour or so after this, especially guys in North America, we'll be releasing yesterday's show, which will have a link directly to the entire cast, so you can catch some of it and decide if you want to watch the rest. Hour of content after this is over. So there you go, and nobody wants to come in. So.
Mm.
We covered Rich. We covered everything. Boo, boo. So, all right, we'll just we'll call it a name. What the F is Nitro? What do you mean? What is Nitro? If my memory is correct, did they have some evidence in terms of her action, but those actions didn't prove she killed her daughter? Yes, Austin. I think I remember. I think it was something like that, Austin Bennett. Something along those lines. I do appreciate it. Big shout out to the $50 donation from Nice. Said, cheers, Tommy. That's really, really generous of him. Also donations from Ultima. He wrote, remember Adonis Paul got mad at Tonkasaw that he was having a heart attack while raging at him, and he continued ranting despite it? Yes. Is Adonis Paul okay? Is he around still? I kind of wonder. Big ups, Tommy and Rich. Rusky Dusky, thanks so much. I do appreciate that as well. And then we can go to Pat's. We'll also have an after show after this. Watch some crime stuff if y'all want to. I like watching crime stuff.
Yeah, our favorite criminally listed just came out with a video.
Great.
So.
You know what? We'll do it for free. We'll do a free one. And maybe convince you guys to get a membership. That would be nice. If we can hang out when we have these things, because sometimes they're fun. Let's see. Gene pledged. Let me make sure I got this right again. Oatbag, Mexon, B, Billion Bones, Blue Jacket, Cody Grill, Final Flash, G-Man, Little Manly, Nesquik, Not Your Typical Mom, Panic Pun, Taylor T, Tommy C's Catcher, B Savage, Winter Gaming, Jane A, and Picklington, and thanks so much. You get your name read. Honest Paul has a nightly animated show at night. Oh, I'm glad he's okay. I don't know that. Does he hate me? I don't know. I seem to remember him hating me for some reason. But you get guaranteed read if you're on Patreon. That's the rules. Guaranteed. But yeah, let's have a free one in there and watch some crime. Never going into Surrey without huge public drink wealth. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, yeah, GG, everybody. Thanks so much. Make sure you support the videos when they come out, especially if you're in the Eastern Standard Time. We've tried releasing them before the stream. We'll try afterwards. And if that doesn't work, we'll do shows every other day. Jesus Louises. Because I'm never going to be one of those 16-hour streamers. I got nothing to say that long. Let's point the shit out and move on. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So thanks so much. I appreciate y'all. For me and Jeannie, we'll see you in there in a few. Freebie after show. We'll see you. Thanks so much. Goodbye.